So you may have heard the phrase clearance the bolt on the cam or seen it in literature from your cam manufacturer. For the 2JZ GE, what this entails is essentially putting the bolt on without the wheel and taking a feeler gauge and making sure that you can't pass that between this knock pin here and your bolt face. The reason for that is pretty important. If you had any type of play here, then the bolt will not be held on by the surfaces that are intended. So in the case of your VVTi gear, we all know that the exhaust gear sits at a fixed position, and right now with these pretty close to where they would be when you're doing VTDC, your dash would be here and your dot would be here. And for this guy, you'd be able to wiggle between dash and dot on the VVTi gear, 30 degrees. And that travel that you get on this gear is actually because this piece inside of it is held fixed in one location. So the way these are installed, it's the gears out and this side in. So this would be sitting inside of this space that we've got in here, and it would be flush, and it would be actually completely mechanically bound like a washer into the space in between here. And for those of you that are curious, that rides inside of this piece, that all that rides inside of there. And in order for this and the exhaust cam gears to stay in place, they need to become one mechanically with that. So that's what this part here is for, and this one there. And so if you are able to put in your bolt and get anything through, like a piece of paper or business card through there, then you are going to have to clearance your bolt, which I believe means you're going to shave down some part of that bolt so that it will go further down, because essentially if it is not stopping here and it is still gapped out this way, it's because the threads are too long for the space inside, and the threads are stopping on the inside here. And if you did have that happen, you might be able to run the car for a while. Don't do that, because the wheels will eventually either break off the knock pin and or wiggle the bolt and come out loose. And now imagine your crank moving and one of these guys may be staying in time and the other one completely slipping or slipping intermittently. And imagine the dance party that your valves are going to have with each other and the pistons. This is not the kind of thing you want to do to a motor. That is going to be some hardcore game over. Odds are you would probably actually crack piston heads doing that on almost every car I've seen. But yeah, clearance your bolts. Don't be skipping that step. That's important.